Hey everyone, I'm Chris, and this is Cue the Credits. Welcome back to Cue the Credits, the home of everything physical media, boutique Blu-rays, and the art of collecting. In today's video, we are talking October. What I bought in October, to be specific, and, well, as you saw by the thumbnail, we've got a big pile to go through this month. I thought it was going to be a quiet month, though there was a lot of pre-orders and things coming out, but there was one specific deal that I just couldn't say no to, and then also I've had a couple of things gifted to me by various family members and friends. So it's a big pile, but it's really exciting to go through. It's autumn, it's chilly outside. Grab yourself a hot chocolate, a coffee, maybe a cup of tea. I mean, probably a cup of tea because that is the beverage of choice. And let's get into it. Side note, I'm not going to have the floating counter this month because of the things that have been given to me, and the other half has bought a couple of things for the collection. So it's just a little bit easier to just show you and have a fun time doing it. The first title up is one of the films from the 31 Days of Halloween. Now, I previously purchased this in what I bought in September on DVD, because I couldn't get the Umbrella 4K release in time for that challenge to start. Now, I come home one day and the other half's like, I've got you something. And I was like, oh, what have you got me? It's like, it probably should be a birthday or Christmas present, but we've got to watch it in October for the challenge, so you can have it now. And I was like, well, what is it? It is Black Sheep on 4K from Umbrella in a flocked case. This is their collector's edition, the 4K collector's edition. I mean, it's wool. It's a film about sheep, but it's wool. You've probably seen this just here where Mallrats is sitting in earlier videos this month, but I was really excited to show it off in the what I bought in October video so everyone can see. I absolutely love this film. Like, it's so great, and the fact that it's got like this massive 4K release is just, it's just brilliant. I'll show a little bit off. Ace will just get off on a tangent where it's basically an unboxing video for this, but you get this wonderful slip inside, and I'm not sure if it's showing up on the camera, but all of the sheep's eyes are like kind of like spot glossy, and then that follows around onto the back. Inside you get a 4K and Blu-ray with the standard theatrical artwork on there. 4K transfer on this is phenomenal as well. Like, it is such a good transfer. Inside as well, as with all Umbrella releases, you get like a really hefty book, which is like behind the scenes experiences and art. It is just a phenomenal little edition. Well, I say little, it's quite a hefty edition, to be honest with you, but I just love the fact that they made a flocked case for it, and you get the little blood splatters and everything like that, and it looks really cool on the shelf. So that is the first pickup of the month, and I mean, when this is the first one, you know it's going to be a good month, right? Next up, we have Spawn. This is a 4K limited edition from Arrow Video. We've got the reversible artwork inside. This is a really nice set. I've done a full video on it. I've got things to say about the film. I won't bring it into this because Spawn has been the butt of many jokes in videos this month, but it's a really nice release from Arrow. The transfer is actually really good on it, and it's a really nice addition. If you're a Spawn fan, would recommend picking this up. Next up is a pickup that the other half made, and that is Kill List. So this was £3 from CEX. I haven't seen it. Apparently it's a really good British thriller. It's a double play, which is a Blu-ray and a DVD, which that happened for a while. I'm not sure if it happened in the States, but definitely in the UK. I guess it's no different to a 4K and a Blu-ray in a box, but yeah, very interesting. But £3, you can't go wrong. It said apparently it's a really good British thriller, so I'm excited to check it out. Next, we've got Return of the Living Dead. This is another 4K limited edition from Arrow. This time we're getting that hard box. I absolutely adore this artwork by Orlando Aracena, and it's been kind of sitting where Galaxy Quest is now, but obviously I had to take it down for this video. It looks incredible. The transfer is really good. I hadn't seen this in probably 10 plus years, easy. And yeah, it's just a really, really good film. So many special features on there. Rad artwork throughout. Like, it is just a really good time. Have once again done a full video on this if you want to get further thoughts and a bit of a deep dive into it. Return of the Living Dead. Then we've got definitely one of my most anticipated releases of the year, and I don't want to spoil too much for my end of the year best physical media releases, but it's probably going to be in the top 10 easily, and that is The Florida Project from Second Sight Films. This is once again a 4K limited edition. It is a massive box edition. Like, you get a huge booklet, you get 2 Blu-rays. Mainly due to how many special features is on this, they had to put the rest of them onto a second Blu-ray disc. It's on 4K. You get some wonderful art cards, beautiful box with this pastel pink and blue. It is just an incredible, incredible set. I have done a video on it. If you want to hear me gush about the Florida Project for like 15 minutes, by all means check it out, or I will link it above. But it is just, yeah, it's great. Like, you get the motel there on the digipack, and then, like I said, you get an absolutely massive book, which is just, it's full. Like, it is full of various things. Wonderful, wonderful Sean Baker film. Just, if you haven't checked it out, check it out. Florida Project is an incredible, incredible film. And like I said, this is a wonderful release from Second Sight. And I can't get this back in the box. There we go. Florida Project. And then we have the big pile. And this was all from one seller. Actually, there's another one, which I'll show you right at the end. But this is one of those things that I couldn't really pass up. But this is also why this October haul got so massive. Now, I've been collecting the Xavi like 4K Disney Pixar films for a little bit of time, and by collecting I mean Xavi had a sale where they put a load of them down to like £5 and some of them were less, so naturally I ended up picking up a chunk of them. But the completionist in me and the massive Disney / Disney Pixar fan in me knew that I needed to get the rest of them on 4K. But it's one of those hunts where it's like kind of on the back burner and it's not something that I'm going after. But if I do see something and it's worth it, then I'll take a punt. As you can probably guess, this was worth taking a punt on. So I'll go from kind of, let's say, probably worst to best. But the deal on this was just, yeah, I couldn't say no to it. Mainly just for the last two. Well, last three if you count the one that's not a Disney Pixar, because the value of those three was more than what I paid for everything. So just take that note. First up, we have got the Good Dinosaur. So all of these have slip covers and they're kind of like this ink brushed across the front and on the white. And then all of the spines are a kind of tonal color. Semi like the Disney O-rings, but obviously these are Pixar and these are 4K. So first off, the Good Dinosaur. Then we have a couple that were Xavi 4K exclusives but didn't follow the same like cover. It's a really weird thing that Xavi did. Like, they kind of committed to like one thing and then changed it. As a collector, it's frustrating, but it's nice to have these. The first one is Onward, and this is kind of a throw-in one. As I said, I paid less than what the sum of three of the items were. I've got this on a 4K Steelbook, and I do tend to double dip on Disney. But you can't say no to something that is basically free in a set, right? I'll probably end up selling this, or I might end up keeping it and putting it in the, you know, this set of Xavi exclusives. I'm not sure yet. Next up, you may have saw it, and that is Luca. So this is when also it gets weird on like 4K Disney / Disney Pixar releases in the UK, because I'm pretty sure Luca was one of those ones where they didn't do a 4K release, then they did this release, but you can't get a 4K Steelbook. It's all messed up. But once again, this is not bad. It was one of those lockdown Pixar movies. I need to revisit it because people speak really highly of it. So I'm excited to do that in 4K. Next up, we have a couple more that don't follow the same artwork legislation. It's probably not legislation, but they don't follow the same artwork path, but that is both Wreck-It Ralph films. So the Ralph Breaks the Internet and Wreck-It Ralph, the original. They are following like the colouring on the spines, just not the front. It's weird. But once again, these are, especially Wreck-It Ralph, the original one, is quite a valuable one that goes for a decent price online. So these are an easy two to tick off the list. I'm excited to check them out in 4K. It's probably going to be a very like animation heavy November and December after 31 days of horror, especially with these coming into the collection. Next, we have a Disney one rather than a Disney Pixar, and this kind of follows the same colouring schemes on the slipcovers, but they're kind of different for Disney. So that is Zootropolis. Now, as you can see, it's more a blocked colour, and actually, you'll be able to see here with Princess and the Frog that I've already got, it's more of a blocked colourway, as it were, but still nice. This is going to look incredible on 4K and just in time because Zootropolis 2 is coming out next month. Well, this month? Yeah, it's coming out this month. So really excited for that. One of my favourite new Disney films. So glad to have that on 4K. Next up is another Disney one, and I've just noticed they basically have like a little slash through the center, so you get like characters on both sides. So that's kind of cool. This is Big Hero 6 on 4K. I mean, this is just a good superhero film with animation. I mean, I'm pretty sure for some reason people are like kind of bagging on this recently, and I don't know why. Like, Baymax is still fun. Like, there was a lot of over Baymax hype, but also Baymax is pretty rad. So, I mean, why you gotta hate on it? This is better than like a lot of Disney that we're getting now. So people should be happy with Big Hero 6. And the final Disney one, which is another valuable one, and that is Tangled. So I'm pretty sure now I might have all of the Disney ones out of this run. By all means, correct me in the comments down below if I'm incorrect on that. It's all of like the newer animation that they put onto these 4Ks, kind of starting with Princess and the Frog, but they also didn't do every Disney animation. It's such a weird collection. It's so strange. I'm just thankful that Disney haven't messed with the O-ring slipcovers that they've been doing on the standard Blu-rays, because I'd be really annoyed if they stopped doing that. Saying that, still waiting for a Moana 2 one of it, so we could be up the creek, as it were. We will see. Final two on this list, and these are the two really valuable ones. First up is The Incredibles. So already had The Incredibles 2. Incredibles 1 was really hard to find. Once again, really thankful for this deal that I've managed to get my hands on some of like the grail ones. Spoiler alert, I'm still looking for Ratatouille. That's not one of the ones that's there, but that is like £35 second hand, and you don't know whether you're going to get a slipcover. So that's like, it's one of those ones that I will hunt for, and I'll get it eventually. But Incredibles, incredible. Final Disney Pixar one now, and that is Up. Another one that is crazy pricey, but I'm glad that I've got my hands on it. Not necessarily my favorite Disney Pixar film. It's like, it's fine. Like, the first 10 minutes is incredible, and it is absolute cinema. The soundtrack alone has got like really pivotal points like tied into my heart for. The rest of the film, it's fine. Like, it's not bad, but it's not amazing. Either way, Up is a pivotal point in Pixar, and it's got to be put in the collection. And then the final one of this bundle was a US imported Criterion collection that I've wanted to get my hands on for quite a while. I haven't been able to, well, I have been able to, but the price hasn't been right. So when I saw it from this specific seller, They were happy to bundle it in. I couldn't say no because I don't know when I'm going to get a chance to get this again. And realistically, it was probably like 40% of the cost that it's going for, like either new or even imported, because people will import them into the UK and then try and scalp them for crazy money. It is what it is. But that is Guillermo del Toro's The Shape of Water. This is a Criterion 4K and Blu-ray. It is director approved. This is now the second Del Toro film that I've got from the Criterion, the first being Pinocchio. Nightmare Alley's coming out this month, and I'm hoping that Frankenstein gets a Criterion release as well. Fingers crossed on that. I did also check out Frankenstein in theatres, so keep an eye on the channel for my What I Watched in October for my full thoughts on that. Spoiler, it's pretty darn good. But Shape of Water 4K, I've been looking at the standard release 4K for a while, but I wanted those sweet Criterion extras. So waiting really paid off for this one. It is a gorgeous cover as well. I'm just so excited to check it out, hopefully this month in this 4K format. Here is the culprits. This is what bumped up the October haul, but like I said, I couldn't say no to such a wonderful haul. Even though one of these things is not like the other, it is a great little pickup. Massive addition to the collection, but well worth it. And so many great films that I can't wait to check out again. Feel like I'm kind of going to have to do a speed round on this side of things. So first up, we've got Fantastic Four First Steps, and I got a lot of hate for my opinions on Fantastic Four and this Steelbook over on the great website that is Reddit. I'm still half and half on it. I'll die on the hill. The Steelbook is kind of growing on me. When I was grabbing it and everything, I was looking, I was like, oh, you know what it is? It's quite a pretty Steelbook, and there's like little bits of it where, you know, you can really appreciate it, but still the film is fine. And this is fine as well. Like it's just fine. And that's the issue. I want more than fine. Then we've got actually it was a September pickup, but it got so battered in transit. It was ordered from Amazon US. So this is a PSA. If you're ordering Steelbooks from Amazon US, beware. They're not going to be packaged well at all, and hopefully they'll turn up. This one was third time lucky, and I managed to get it with no damage, but my God, it took so long, and I'm just thankful that it didn't sell out before, you know, I managed to get one that wasn't damaged. And that is Starship Troopers. This is the 25th anniversary edition. It's 4K UHD with a Blu-ray in there. It's a wonderful Steelbook. Myself and the other half absolutely adore Starship Troopers, and we actually already picked up a copy of the 4K, the standard release, probably 2 or 3 years ago while we were in America. This one does have Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos, and it comes in this wonderful Steelbook. I love the design. It is just great. So I couldn't really say no. Also, even with import charges and everything, it was like £20, which is kind of nuts. Considering it doesn't have a 4K release in the UK, this was an absolute no-brainer. Love Starship Troopers. So I'm really happy that I've got a good copy in the collection now, and I'm sure you'll probably see it front facing on the shelf at some point because this is a rad design. Next, we've got another anniversary edition, and 2025 definitely seems to be a big year for like kind of anniversary editions. This was a very much I don't really want it, we don't really need it, we've got multiple versions of it already. Does it need a 4K upgrade, or do we need to buy the 4K upgrade? And then it was gifted to us very graciously by a family member, so I can't argue with it. And then when we popped it in, visually and audibly, this is well worth it on a 4K, and the Steelbook looks gorgeous. That is the Rocky Horror Picture Show. I mean, it's spooky season, right? You can't not watch the Rocky Horror Picture Show. So seeing it in 4K, like, this is a gorgeous Steelbook. Half of the problem is Ken from Mid-Level Media. He's a bad influence. Kept nudging me on over on Instagram that, yeah, you need to get this. It looks incredible. The Steelbook's great. But this is just wonderful. Like, look at that design. It just looks great. For some reason, if you don't, or if you haven't watched the Rocky Horror Picture Show, then I would absolutely recommend doing that. It is going to change your world. It's just great. It's a great release. So, the Rocky Horror Picture Show. 4K, limited edition Steelbook. It's still available now though, so it's one of those Disney Fox Steelbooks that is limited edition, but who knows how long for. Next is a film that I saw in the cinemas this month, actually, because it's got a 20th year anniversary. Like I said, we got 25s, we got 20s, we got 50s, like, it's one of those years, right, 2025. But this also got the 4K re-release in the cinema, but it also got a 4K Steelbook release. Another film I was umming and ahhing on, but after seeing it in the cinemas and how good the 4K looks, had to pick up The Corpse Bride. Now, this is still sealed because we've just watched it in the cinemas, but it's got a beautiful slipcase on. As you can see, the Corpse Bride's eyes are closed, and when you pull off the slipcover, eyes open. So it's a really, really nice touch, and this looks great. To be honest though, the standard Amaray with the slipcover also looks incredible. The releases that have come out for The Corpse Bride have been great. Like, I would be happy with Amaray, this Steelbook, or the Ultimate Collector's Edition. Definitely recommend. Next, we have got another Arrow limited edition, 4K of course, and that is John Carpenter's In the Mouth of Madness. This was a blind buy for me, and just looking at the synopsis and the casting of Sam Neill, I was like, you know what, I've got to pick it up, and it did not disappoint at all. This is a wonderful edition by Arrow, a little bit cheaper than their normal big box releases as well, so can't moan about that really. Did have me asking, and I noted this in the video, if this is getting a 4K release and it's only got one disc in, why didn't Spawn get a big box release? Because that's got 2 discs, but who knows. Either way, it's a wonderful edition, and I have done a full video on it if you would like to see a bit more in-depth thoughts talking about transfer and things like that. That is In the Mouth of Madness. This looks incredible. We are down to the final 4 or 11, depending on how you want to see it. But these are all Steelbooks, and I know what you're probably thinking if you've seen my other haul videos. Chris, you said you were going to stop buying Steelbooks. And I know I did. And I know that there's like a load that we've already talked about. And I got a problem. I got a Steelbook problem. Mainly because the artwork's just looking better recently. Like the Rocky Horror one, the artwork looks better on the Steelbook. A couple of the ones that I'll show you, the artwork looks better on the Steelbook. So I can't help it. I just can't help it. But these are all releases from the 26th of October. It was a mad day on the 26th of October. We got so many releases. Things were pushed back and there were a couple of re-releases, but I'm kind of glad that November is a slow month because October's been, it's been a lot. October has been a month, to say the least. Anyway, let's go on with it. First one is a re-release. It is one that sold out and it's had a reprint, which I'm really, really happy of. But someone did show me the US release and that looks really rad because the slipcover gets removed and you see like a whole face and stuff. It's like a really cool little design. I'm still happy with this one though, don't get me wrong. And I'm really glad that it got a reprint, and that is The Crow. This is, of course, Brandon Lee's phenomenal work in The Crow. I adore this film. It's like, saw it when I was a teenager and it's just stuck with me ever since. I love it. And this is one of those ones that has got a better Steelbook design than it has a standard Amaray. Comes with a nice little slipcover. I think that this probably needs a watch definitely sooner rather than later before it, we get fully out of spooky season, because, spooky season does fall into November a little bit before the Christmas decorations get put up and stuff, right? Next up, we have what could be said is the best superhero film of the year, and that is Superman. This comes in a limited edition 4K steelbook. We get a really interesting edition where this has got a slipcover and the S is actually glow in the dark, which I didn't know about until I saw it online. You also obviously get the Blu-ray and the steelbook and over 90 minutes of bonus features, which is, you know what, it's nice because we, have had Fantastic Four and Thunderbolts that had really small amounts of special features. So it's quite exciting that we've got a chunky amount on there. I'm excited to check this out in 4K. Look out in November, I'll probably do a bit of a cleanup review of these steelbooks. So keep an eye peeled on that. Final two. We're at the home stretch now, guys. If you are still here and still sticking in, make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, leave me a comment down below on what your favorite pickup is. Do all of that jazz because it's been a long one. It has. Anyway, the next pickup was one that I didn't think that I was going to get my hands on. Saw it in the cinemas. It is probably in my top 5 films of the year, at least definitely on Letterboxd ratings. But I got burned earlier in the year by Warner Brothers' steelbook release of Sinners. And that was pretty much hot trash, like the design anyway. The rear design. It was a fine release. I've done a video on it where I've ranted about it. Either way. So I was like, oh, I won't, should I pre-order it? Should I not pre-order it? Ended up holding off and then it sold out. And I got the FOMO and then the standard Amaray artwork got released and I was like, oh, it's fine, but I don't really like it that much. Then on release day of the 26th, a few got popped up on HMV and I jumped at the opportunity because I was like, right, okay, I can get it. I'm not having to pay scalper prices because once again, this is a film that has now got double and triple the cost because the scalper has bought a load of copies. It's getting a tiring story. So I'm glad that I didn't get hit with that extra cost because probably just wouldn't buy it, which is a bit because I do want to rewatch it. Here we are. That film is Weapons. This is Zach Cregger's second film after Barbarian. This was phenomenal. I loved this film. It's a really cool steelbook design and it is a little bit glary, but you can kind of see it a little bit there. And it's also on the back. I know it's got a clock, so with the specific time that is very poignant in this film. I'm so happy to get my hands on this steelbook. It's a wonderful design and yeah, I'm sure there will be a video in November talking about how good this looks because it looked incredible in the cinema. I'm sure that it's not going to be any different. I'd hope so anyway. That'd be really upsetting if there was a poor transfer. We're here, we're at the final one, and I'm sure you can probably guess what it is because there's 7, well, we're at the final 7 technically. That is A Nightmare on Elm Street, 7-film collection, 4K and Blu-ray, in the steelbook library case that is Freddy's Jumper. This has been, well, I've been waiting for this for months since it got announced. It's an incredible release. There's a video up there. I won't bore you gushing over it because I did for like 20 odd minutes with a full unboxing going through each steelbook and everything that's on there. I am really excited to start tucking into these 7 films. We know there's good, we know there's some stinkers, but it's going to be great to see them in the definitive format, as it were. And this, this is just such a great looking box. And that is everything that got added to the collection in October. What do you guys think? What was your favorite pickup of mine? What was the favorite pickup of yours? Have you had a slow month? Have you had a busy one? Have you picked up the Nightmare on Elm Street box set? I'd love to know in the comments down below. If you are still with us, remember to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I appreciate every single one of you for sticking around. We've also just hit 400 subscribers as well, which is just, it's nuts. Like 3 months ago, I started this channel just because I wanted to kind of shoot the breeze about movies and show off like new collections and stuff. And now there's like 400 of you watching with me, and you know, we're having conversations in the comments. It is just such an honor to be able to bring you this content, and you guys give such great feedback as well. Just thank you once again for making this little bit of fun a reality and spending a little bit of time with me. Talking about time, until next time, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace.